Alright everyone, it is I, Schrodinger Jastar Valentine, and today we're going to be continuing right where we left off in Minecraft. Now, last time we finally got the tower finished. Heaven's Pillar is finally complete and oh my god, that took so long, but I am so glad that, we're finally done with everything, that everything is finally together, that that we can just, finally sit back and enjoy it. Oh my god. There we go. Aw. Hey Harry, how you doing? And thanks. Yeah, I definitely think there's something up with my modem and it's starting to crap out. But yeah, we can finally enjoy the complete Heaven's Pillar. And of course, I also have some other things too. Such as, for one thing, I do have some future plans to get the Federation right back on its feet. Pretty much. To more or less rebuild. Oh yeah, and Harry, whatever you do, do not try to contact them. There's good reasons we kinda left them behind. But yeah. I do have some plans for getting the Federation back on its feet. And on top of that, I also do have some hardware concerns. Yeah, I know. It's been a thing I've been talking about a lot recently, but there's just a lot going on with just hardware and tech issues and stuff. And me right now, so I can't really avoid that, unfortunately. It's just a thing you have to deal with. So yeah. Let's get into this. So let's actually do this here. There we go. Yeah, yeah, it was a whole thing. But yeah, as I was saying, so first up, let me just go get a drink. My throat is really scratchy. I should have gotten one before I started. yeah, I do have some plans to get the Federation back up on its feet and get some new blood into the Federation after, you know, losing Jaden and everyone else. So long story short, I do intend to ask around a little bit and ask if there is anyone who would like to join my team and all that jazz. You know, anyone who would like to join the Federation side of things. Now I have actually asked several people, namely Aliquim. Unfortunately, yeah, Aliquim, she literally can't. Yeah, she's been maxed out like 200 groups and has a lot of stuff going on generally, so... yeah, she can't quite join, which... a little disappointing, but... hey. I completely understand. Madison, I still have yet to check with. Terrible Things I can still check with. Haven't really checked with Hylia yet. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you know, I do have quite a few options I could overall check with and see, hey, maybe they can join the series or whatever. So I'm far from running out. Now, that being said, I do kind of want to bring your attention to something a little less, you know, less great, because, yeah, it is very good that, you know, I'm starting to get back up on my feet and everything after what happened, but there's also some less than good stuff I do want to talk about too. Mainly the fact that earlier today, or rather no, earlier this week, I've started experiencing a lot of issues with my internet all of a sudden. I'm hoping it's just, you know, DNS junctions and stuff overheating, because they are not meant to operate in high temperatures due to the fact that, you know, Pennsylvania tends to be very cold. and thus we tend to, you know, build to resist lower temperatures and not so much higher. I'm hoping it's that. But I don't know. I've also been just having some wackiness and weirdness with my modem all around, so who knows. The Netgear modem we have, which every Netgear device I've owned has been a massive pile of crap. Well, okay, this one hasn't totally been. But its performance hasn't been great either. It's been passable, I guess you could say. I do have a strong suspicion that it is beginning to die. Only because multiple computers and even my phone, yes, my phone, have been having the same issue. So, I'm 100% thinking that the issue is probably a hardware end thing and not so much a network end thing, unfortunately. Just one more in a long list of failing devices I have to replace this year. But hopefully it isn't, so yeah. But anywho, back to the topic at hand. So yeah, I'm gonna ask around in several of my groups. Maybe someone over on Hylia's end of things can come help. Or maybe, I don't know, FNAF team does have, you know, a short list of people who still play Minecraft. Maybe he'll work his magic. I don't know. I'm pretty much gonna be searching every corner of, you know, people I know and trust enough to actually have on the series. And then, you know, after that, maybe I'll make my my final picks. One thing is certain, though. After recent events, I think I'm gonna screen people from VR chat extra carefully before deciding whether or not to let them on. Just because, I don't know, I've been having lots of issues with those from VRC in particular. Which is, interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I'm not dating anyone from now on. Unless they're A, someone I trust, or B, they ask first. and are not from VR chat. What the? Oh, it's just B. It's complicated, but to explain it, I'm not exactly done, I'm just not gonna date anyone from VR chat anymore. Because both the relationships that started on VRC ended with lots of exploitation, lots of just double standards, just tons of bull crap. So yeah, no more VRC dating. And honestly, I decided that at this point, I'm not ready for another relationship right now. Not when I still have to recover, both, physically, mentally, and of course organizationally, because we have to fix tons of issues now that we are short of a bunch of staff from the last one. It's still lagging. Well, now we're short of, a bunch of people. But yeah, overall, I think, yeah. More like freeloaders, I guess. I'm doing pretty well. Again, considering what's been happening recently. That's not the first time this dim ghosty IPS display almost cost me my life. Will not be the last either, because, yeah, Rogue Nebula has a tendency to almost get me killed in literally everything I play. There we go. Same here. Like, I'm doing remarkably well. You know, moving on with everything. But you know, it isn't perfect. I'm feeling, you know, we'll say that I am feeling, you know, better than it was on previous days. At least. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Look at that. Back on track. Wait. What the fuck? Somebody already placed torches down here? Oh. Just back the way I came. Whatever do you mean by that, FNAF team? Because, yeah, I did not like... Damn it. Hell yeah. Nothing valuable. Ah, alright. Oh dear God! There we go. I can't see crap. Perfect. Damn it! Well, good news is we got, you know, wasn't totally fruitless. We got quite a bit of iron, quite a bit of... But yeah. Oh yeah, and for those of you who didn't get a good look at, Heaven's Pillar, which is where... starting today, everything will be moved to. And thanks FNAF team for these lovely donations you made of the signs and all that. Alright. But yeah. This is the newly completed Heaven's Pillar. It has its own little workshop, the new treasury, which is... whoopsie! Pretend you did not see that. There we go! Not to mention that its high height does give it quite a bit more security than the original. That's better. Also, I'm gonna need the emergency escape button as well in case someone were to get locked in. It's got my new bedroom, which, that's a little bit of a downgrade, but I'll take it. The enchantment room. And of course, the new office, which arguably I did a better job at than with the old palace office. Especially since I'm using new techniques to, make the desks. We will have to, stock the armory eventually. This still needs filled out. And of course, barracks. But yeah, building this thing was... it honestly stretched me to my limits. Like, this is by far the biggest undertaking I have probably ever had in the entire series. Just building this entire tower, which has easily costed far more than pretty much all other structures combined. And honestly, given the result, I definitely think it was worth it. Alright. First order of business is probably making some doors for Heaven's Pillar. And then the next order of business is actually transferring everything over, of course. Yeah. Hell yeah. There we go. Damn it. There we go. And... hell yeah! Now that's more like it! I do remember there were some mods that allowed you to, like, open both doors at the same time or something. I don't know if those still exist. I'll have to check. Because I know they sure as hell don't for Bedrock, since Bedrock is pretty much unmoddable, more or less. Oh? Ah, good point. Alright, and... I still really need to move that book eventually. Of course. That isn't really our main concern. Our main concern is, of course, you know, getting everything from here to up there. Now, there are some things that do not move easily. The dog doesn't move easily. The old office stuff doesn't move as easily. Doors, certainly not. But the Kreuzers, on the other hand, those are more than movable. And also their top priority for security reasons as well. So, yeah. Wait. Yeah, we're gonna have to patch that later. Damn, just look at how much money I have now. There we are. There. So... first item... fully transferred. Now that we got all the money out, though, the next big issue's gonna come... not in that way. And moving everything else. There we go. But yeah. Where am I gonna hang these, I wonder? Like, I can do it like this. And have a wall of achievements, but I don't know. I could also... you know what, I'm hanging them right there. And there. Actually, no, I think that looks better. Much better. Again, I think that Millennium City is probably the GOAT office, though. Like, not only because it's the original, but just because it's the one that I had, one, the most opportunity to really think out, and two, the one that overall I have given really the most thought into. Where everything goes, and really It was built during a time when we had a lot more, you know, varied building resources than we do now. Alright, so... Alright, you're good. You're good. I will say though, these apartments are certainly a lot better than the previous ones. Like, we actually put decent amount of effort into them. At least this time around. Like, they are not, you know, little tiny death trap apartments like you would see with the earlier Cozy Tat series. Which I think we will not be building any more of those, needless to say. Because, yeah, those were, literal death traps. And trust me when I say I have good reason to describe them as such. There we go. Perfect. I actually kinda like this. Like, you know, again, it's not as luxurious as half the Monarchy's offerings, but still a lot better than, you know, our old definition of luxury apartment. Then these are just normal apartments. I will say, our hotel rooms are actually, you know, they're better. Then again, at least they're not. I know I make fun of Cozy Tat a lot, but trust me when I say there are good reasons. Tell me, does anyone actually unironically like the Cozy Tat apartments? Yeah, didn't think so. But look at that. One thing that is a little unfortunate, though, is, yeah, we don't really have... Number one, and most importantly, there is no piston gate mechanism, so that is going to be a bit of a, you know, a bit of a detriment security-wise, but and number two, on top of that, another big issue that we do kind of have to face is, but yeah, number two is, of course, yeah, another thing that we're really kind of lacking is, you know, multiple rooms for if I want to get back with someone, which I think I'm just gonna add on after the thought. Like, those are the only two, you know, big things we're missing. And of course, you know, quick access to the trams factory and everything else. That's another thing that will be a bit more of a hassle. But you know, it's pretty easy to solve. More or less, all things considered. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we did gain, but there's also a lot of things that, you know, we just simply don't have anymore. Oh yeah, and also it's not as nice. Like, not as nice looking. Yeah, we're taking you. Even though, I don't know, since it's an upgraded workshop up there, I might add 2 furnaces. Even though I don't really think it needs to fully compete with the factory, at least yet. Maybe it will in the future. go. Honestly, I'm just gonna say this right now, but I don't know, I like the layout of this one a bit more. Doesn't feel nearly as cramped. Alright. Actually, no, I think... And then... Not how I did in the original. In the original I used glowstone, but obviously we don't have glowstone here. There's been a lot of, like, I do want to talk about this a little bit. There's been a lot of drama surrounding Discord and the new CEO, which I'm not all gloom and doom on it, but I can already tell from some tech issues recently that they're not, like, handling it, as well as they should be. But, I'm far from the gloom and doom that is prevalent right now in the Discord community. Can they be, a little bit more competent? Sure. Probably not. You know, it could be better, but there are worse choices. Is pretty much all I'm gonna say. Alright. I don't know. One thing it will say we will definitely, if I can find it, store up there. Is that one really creepy trident I had. You know which one. The one with the scrolling name or whatever. Never mind, I guess I don't have to worry about it. But with all that out of the way, you know, we will still be, you know, storing quite a bit in the old castle. Mainly just so we have enough space in the new HQ. So that we don't have to, you know, just move things around constantly. let's see, what essentials will we move over? Let's see. Let's see. We got nothing in there. Some extra flags. The extra flags will definitely not hurt. Let's see here. Yeah, we're absolutely moving this up there. Perfect. And after that, I think we're good. I think that's pretty much it in terms of, there we go. And again, I might build, well, I was originally going to build, the Federal Library in here, but oh, where did all my level attempts go? Or rather, you know, all my chances for various levels go? I cannot speak today. And yes, and I just realized that I did not put, god damn it. Yep. That's not, oh well. Perfect. There. Wrong level. I do love these fancy big openings though. And you then Hold up. There. More chairs than we need, but... Perfect! Look at that. And of course, we're gonna need one of these. Actually, those are shields, so... There. And there you have it. Everything is more or less transferred over. Hell yeah! Again, the sheer amount of work I had to put into this was just... indescribable. Especially when you consider that, you know, it was built during a very tumultuous period when we were having lots of attacks, when there's lots of hostilities. And honestly, several times I thought, this thing's never going to get finished. But guess what? It got more than finished. As for these, I think I'm gonna move these to I'll just store them in the workshop for now. And then I'll figure out where to actually put them later on. I don't know, maybe I'll build like I'm gonna have to do this off stream. Like an underground section, well, or rather a basement section to Heaven's Pillar, where I have a super secure archive. of all of Unknown's crap, of all of, you know, the crap we, more or less encountered. Look at that. That way, we know, you know, just what happened. And we have, you know, clear archives on everything to make sure that, you know, we're staying up to date with incidents and all. And also for research purposes, if we ever do manage to track the mystery men or mysterious perpetrators down eventually. There's several other projects in the works, but I think those will require more personnel, which goes back to, you know, the big elephant in the room that we've been dealing with recently. But that's beside the point. There we go. forgot to name my room, didn't I? Oh well. Something I'll fix later. From now on, our big concern is, of course, rebuilding our coal supplies. Because, yeah. Let's just say building all of this literally caused us to run out of coal. Like, the entire country has been having a major energy crisis ever since this project started. Alright. Alright, I was gonna chance something. And yeah, I did remember to name my door, that's right. There we go. Perfect. Now then. To the mines. Now we can make charcoal, but honestly, here's my honest opinion on charcoal in Minecraft. You know, what's the point when, number one, you have to burn other crap to make it. Number two, on top of that, let's avoid those skeletons. Yeah, on top of, have to burn other stuff to make it, it's not usually as good as, actual coal. Pretty much. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong. But actual coal is so much better. So yeah, I'm gonna be mining the real deal, pretty much. Actual coal. What the? Damn it. Nothing. Perfect. I think I excavated here once before. Yeah, I did. Either that or I was escaping something. Yeah, I think I was escaping something when I went through here. Because if I wasn't, then it would have mined everything. There we go. And I just realized that a little bit I have to feed the dog. Don't worry, I'll find a safe place and then... And then I'll go feed him and be right back. Perfect. Be right back. Alright, back. So, fed the dog. And I have dinner on my own now. Hey, Skylar! Whoa! How you doing? Because I'm doing better than, previous days. I mean, you can still hear that, it still kind of hurts in my voice, but I've been doing better, at least. But yeah, I've been pretty good. Again. Given what an absolute nightmare this week has been, no, I've been alright. What the? Oh, it's just the leaves. I thought. There we go. There we go. Hell yeah. But yeah, that's how I kill, that's how I prefer to kill skeletons. Just, you know, go around back, and then hit him real hard. There we go. Damn. Yes, I do mean fighting them. It's all about avoiding their line of aim, pretty much. Perfect. There we go. One thing I will say is that I have been, struggling to find replacements for those we lost. Oh, damn! Otherwise, take a jockey. Do pretty well. What the? Sure. Yeah, we got enough coal for now. I could do so. Yeah, we could do those. Yeah. because those ones are relatively common. Alright. We're not using the Labor Day ones. We're using... Yeah, we're using you. I'm trying to avoid any special crazes I have when exchanging. Eight six and 2-6. They're fairly normal. Alright. 2-6, that's pretty basic. A6, pretty basic again. No. Yeah. Oh, nice! Alright, so we got two basic cruiser types. Been very careful to double check that they are not anything rare when exchanging. Hey, Harry! Welcome back. Damn. Well, I'm exchanging this and this. I know. As for the Vive, yeah, now I am starting to be convinced that okay. Yeah, there is 100% something going on with my modem. Yeah, there is 100% something seriously wrong with the modem. Neck your piece of garbage is gonna neck your piece of garbage, I guess. Come on, stabilize! Finally. I am sorry for the technical difficulties, but I could definitely tell there is some funkiness going on with the modem. Because... Thanks. Yeah, this is a modem issue. This is not my laptop overheating. This is not my internet. This is... Yeah, there's some hardware stuff going on, but it's not my own hardware that's the problem. Yeah, no, I think the modem's getting ready to croak on me. Get ready to go kaput. Which again, you know? Which is gonna be a whole other level of hell, because here's the thing. Yep, nope, is not going to stabilize. There we go. Yeah, this is a router issue. You got that out of your system now, router? Good. Yeah, I 100% think now After that? Hang on. No. Yep. There's some wonkiness. There's some wonkiness with the modem side things again. Alright. There we go. Just need to jumpstart it. Just need to get the jumper cables is all. Now it's working again. Yeah, I do not know what was causing that instability there, but after that, I'm 100% sure is not OBS. And I'm also 100% sure that it is not at all an issue with, like, internet throttling or anything. Or my PC, or literally anything else. And I know YouTube servers are running very well today, so... Yeah, no, this is 100%, especially because it's butter smooth. Now that I, you know, jump-started it and force reset the stream, yeah, now I can definitely tell, alright, thanks, that this is not... Yep, BB was, of course, my birthday. Yeah. 13.5.7. Very rare. Yeah. 21.5 is very rare. 14.5, pretty rare. There's one stack that doesn't have the dot. I'll definitely have to look out for that. Alright, let's see what we got. 25.5. Not quite the rare ones I like, but... Ooh, 20.5, what's that? And then 18.5, which is... Yeah, also pretty common. Well, damn. Yeah, after that freak out earlier, I am 100% convinced that the issue is not OBS. Because, like, multiple computers of mine have been having this issue. My phone has been having issues. Oh, damn. So 8.5 actually is pretty rare. Hell yeah! Yeah, but sure, I'll have more of that mystery mix stuff that I never got to try. Yeah, that was not an OBS issue. I could say that much. Like, because multiple computers have been having it. If it was just OBS, there would only be one computer having this issue, but it's been multiple. And it's been happening across multiple days. So again, if it was done with OBS servers, it would, last one day. So yeah, in other words, I 100% think, based on what I've seen, based on what's been going on here, that there is now something wrong with my modem again, which, oh crap, here we go again. Also thanks. Alright, 10 big ones, which I will go back and get eventually. Oh god, what is this stuff? But yeah, based on what's been going on, because, like, I'm good. But yeah, based on what I've seen, I am growing very suspicious that there's something wrong with the router. Alright, Fern. Which again, we wouldn't have to struggle through this, and oh god. Oh. Yep. It's because we got an old modem on clearance, and oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. So, guys, I did some research. Yep. And that's why it kept dropping when I was downloading crap to... Oh my god. Yeah, that's why it kept... Oh no. So, guys, Did it just auto stop the stream? Yep. No, it did not auto stop. Honestly, I do not know what the hell happened. But one thing I do know for certain is... yeah, this is a modem issue, alright. Alright, thanks. I really hope it did not overwrite the VOD when that happened. Alright. Yeah, this is a modem. This is... But yeah, to explain the situation. To explain what I found out upon researching what was going on. So, the Netgear Nighthawk we are using is a 10-year-old Wi-Fi 3.0 modem. Yeah. And it seems like it might finally be on its way out. Yeah, I know. And unfortunately, it's not a matter of if it dies, but when, because these things have a very high failure rate. Like, I knew something wasn't right. I knew that there was something wrong. See, I knew there was something not right going on here. And I really hope to hell and back that did not overwrite everything, because if it did, I am going to be furious. Yeah, no. We are screwed! We are screwed. But yeah. And put simply, yeah, the problems become even worse when you realize that I do not have... Now, the only other alternative here in... deepest parts of the boondocks, Pennsylvania. Is... Yeah, the only other solution that immediately comes to mind, or immediately springs to my mind, would be to just straight up, just buy another RS router, because here we pretty much Nah, we don't move this stream to another date. I'm fine. I will continue until at least... Yeah, you know what? I'll continue until at least 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then maybe I'll stop there, or maybe 3 hours. Just because it seems to be well behaved right now. But yeah. We're pretty screwed for options. Because either A, we could choose Netgear, which, given our current one is Netgear and what it's doing right now, no frickin' thanks. Or we choose Aris, which is even worse, because Aris is a literal scam company. Yeah, if it was a YouTube issue, then one, it wouldn't be affecting any of my other computers, and my phone would not be disconnecting from Wi-Fi constantly. Like, it would be isolated to the stream machine. But it's not, indicating that, yeah, it's definitely something on my end. One thing I will say though is, There we go. But yeah, everything seems to be fine now. That being said, in case it does turn out to be an issue with the laptop as well, I will back everything up after stream because but yeah. So now on top of you know, already existing computer problems, we now have more trouble developing in the form of potentially a dying modem. But I don't know, I'll definitely post something in Discord later on. Because honestly, I don't even know if it is what I say it is. Alright. Alright. To put it simply, Harry, I think my router is beginning to die. That's what happened. Because the disconnect on stream was the latest in a long chain of issues I've been having recently. Started a few days back, and since then, it's only gotten worse. First, my phone started spontaneously disconnecting. No explanation given, just straight up spontaneously just up and disconnected a few times a day from Wi-Fi. Second, I had to restart stream on Tuesday because the same thing that happened today happened. It started hiccuping really bad in the beginning, and it just wouldn't stop. Like, it just wouldn't stabilize. And then thirdly, after that happened, after it started being real wonky, my desktop started having weird issues too, where it would just straight up stop detecting the Wi-Fi. Like, these are not isolated incidents. It's pretty clear when you look at it. And how Wi-Fi signal is even visibly fluctuating. Just wildly on my desktop. That this desktop is, or rather no, that something screwy's going on my router. And unfortunately, it's a Nighthawk AC 1900. Router that's actually older than most of my computers. I kid you not. This router is literally older than most of my computers, including Razer, my Dell. But now I know what's been causing all the weird disconnects whenever I download crap. It's not... Yeah, it was never the computers. It was never Steam. It was never Vixen in the case of Vixen. No, it was always this router having issues. So it's beginning to die. That is just... Damn it, damn it! Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it off here. So that's pretty much it for this stream. And god damn it! So on top of my desktop dying... Nah, just kidding. You could... I'm gonna go for a bit longer. Okay, a little after the 3-hour mark. How's that sound? When you moved like that, I got scared for a second. Did you have any last minute plans you wanted to do before before I end at the 3-hour mark. Just curious is all. Damn it! All right. But yeah. All right. All right, I'll do it for like a few more minutes. So let's bump it up to, I don't know, 3 hours and 25 minutes. Shouldn't be too risky. But yeah, if it was like a hardware issue on the laptop's end, I would have sensed it. If it was an OBS issue, it would have not been affecting the other tech I got all around here either. Like, my phone wouldn't have disconnected from the Wi-Fi again, you know, like, all that wouldn't have happened. If it was YouTube's end, again, it wouldn't have... One, it wouldn't have responded at all if I just, you know, rebooted the Wi-Fi connection like I did. It would have been still crap in the bed. And number two, you know, it would be out for everyone. So simply put, this is definitely something going on with the router. Because, like, this actually happened twice this week, which is why I originally had to restart. Why I had to do a sudden restart on Tuesday. Because it started hiccuping and dropping frames. And it just wouldn't stabilize or stop at all. And number two, I can barely keep my phone connected to the Wi-Fi at all now. like, it drops so often. To a point where my heart just jumps down my chest whenever I look down my phone, because my dad will get very angry when he sees a few more charges added because of a stupid pay per gig plan. Like, what the hell's gonna happen if I end up in an emergency situation and there's no internet where I am and I have to use cellular? Yeah, no, they did not think this through at all. And honestly, these issues started cropping up after a lot of patterns I've had over the years with, well, over the last 2 years, with things either just spontaneously disconnecting when I was doing really, really heavy downloads, and it being the exact same thing over multiple machines. And or internet just running super duper slow for no apparent reason. Or connection running unusually slow for certain machines for no damn reason. See, I knew something was going on. Like, yes, it's a lot. It was a lot better than, the outright dying ARIS router we used to have. But, I don't know, I'm gonna ask around on Discord. We'll see what my friends say, and if it comes back that, the router is screwed, then, yeah, I was right. But yeah, I got lots of plans over the next few days of, you know... Damn it! No. No, I did not miss my axe. Well, yeah, I'm a little heartbroken that they broke up, but... in the grand scheme of things, those two were just... yikes. Oh my god, no. Not this No, not this again. God. Aw, oh, crap. God damn it! Yeah. And I'm especially not speaking to Kai ever again. Screw that guy. Yes, yes it was. My dog died again. Well, damn it. Good. because Kai was a really toxic person. Just very toxic, very manipulative. Moxie. I know what Moxie looks like. Great, now I'm gonna need Moxie 3. And hopefully Moxie 3 won't die this time. Moxie's my dog. Well, Moxie and Moxie 2 were a pair of dogs that belonged to me. And Moxie 2 just died. And Dennis just died. Everyone's dying left and right. Why did you kill another dog? Oh. I won't. Like how I date anyone like him again. I don't make the same mistake twice. Just so you guys are aware. Alright. I think I'm probably gonna end it off here for realsies now. So that's pretty much it for this stream for realsies now. God damn it. So not only is my main Windows desktop dead, so now I have no Windows desktop whatsoever, but my router is beginning to croak as well, or at least I think it is. I did ask around for some people, and I'm gonna see, you know, if all the weird symptoms I've been experiencing are indeed an indicator that, you know, I should really be panicking, or if it's just some software mismatch, even though I do not think it's software. Especially since with stuff like Linux, you know, Wi-Fi support built into the drivers. Well, built into the kernel. So, obviously, if it's bare hardware kernel support Wi-Fi, then that usually means that something on the router's end's going on. And if it's still having problems. Which seems to very much be the case. But we'll see, we'll see. I'll update you depending on what everyone tells me, depending on, you know, what I hear, all that jazz. I also, of course, you know, have a big plan, lots of big plans to get people involved, to get more people in the crew. I'm going to be asking a lot in pretty much every server, you know, I have friends in. Like, other VTuber servers, randos there? No. But servers with dudes I know in them, you know, like good friends of mine, all that jazz, absolutely. I'll try to see if I could get people to actually join. So what I'll be doing on Monday. Monday, probably more Minecraft. That's the only thing we've been streaming, really. And it will probably be Tuesday and not Monday. But if I do stream on Monday, I'm not really sure what I'll do. I'll find something, I guess. And yes, Harry, I am. I might also, I don't know, I might try to, like, do a small little test stream later tonight, if I'm feeling up to it, just because, I don't know, something about what happened earlier today did not sit right with me. Like, I know hardware failure when I see one, and that definitely is it, Chief. That is 100% hardware failure. So yeah. But anywho, I gotta get going. I can't stay forever. You pretty much know the drill. So, thank you all for watching this wonderful stream. Day, night, week, whatever. And I will see ya all on Tuesday or Monday or even later tonight, depending on what I do. So yeah. Good night, everyone. Stay classy, everyone. And good night. And I will see y'all on, well, whenever I see ya. So yeah. See ya there, everyone. And I forgot Minecraft mutes music when it switches to single player now. But for reals now. See ya there, everyone.